got it out.
Not con. I'm trying to see if he's up here. Con. All right. Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. We want to give double honors to our apostles and elders, Great Millstone, who teach very well. Where we learn this truth from, and salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push His word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And today, we the brothers from GMS Birmingham Camp. I'm the brother Raheem, and with me,
Brother Malachi.
and basically, what we're finna get on is the transferring of kingdoms or the transferring of rulerships, man. Because for lack of better words, righteousness and wickedness, they can now rule at the same time. It's a saying in these old Western movies, this town is not big enough for the two of us. And that answer is completely true, man. Esau and Jacob cannot rule together. Those are two spirits, for lack of better words, that's contradicting against each other, man. You know, because once Esau is on top, wickedness is exalted, wickedness is pushed forth throughout the planet Earth, you know. But when Jacob is on top, then the laws are pushed forth. But for lack of better words, I'll start off with that second Ezra 6 in verse 7. Because a part of us knowing that we are at the end, and the part of us knowing that the kingdom of heaven is up next is who's in power. You know, for the lack of better words, it takes it in the book of Revelation, the first chapter. It says, also, the Lord gonna come with clouds, and all they shall see him, even those that pierced him, shall see him, which meaning what? The Romans or the Edomites is going to be on the scene again once Yahweh shall come back, man. You know, you got it though, bro.
It's like I call it again out.
Second Ezra 6 and start at verse 7 to point at verse 9.
I got you. It's the book of Second Ezra, chapter 6, starting verse 7. He said, Then answered I and said, What shall be the pardon asunder of the times? And when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?
And right there, Ezra, he was requiring about the end, when it's going to be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followed. Because it was a point when all the prophets knew it was going to be a time when we were going to stop suffering, man. We're going to stop being the lowly guys. We're going to stop being the first one fired, the last one hired. Basically, the bottom of the barrel. You know, and that's what Ezra was inquiring about. Even tells you in the book of Matthew, the 13th chapter, how many righteous men have desired to see this day. To see what day? The downfall of your enemy, man. You know, you got it up.
And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
You got it.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
Right there, it says Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. So for lack of better words, Esau is going to be the end of our suffering. But guess what? That's also is going to be the beginning of us ruling and having everlasting mercy and everlasting peace, man. And that's why we're hastening the destruction. You know, people think we're crazy. We outside with the missile signs. Every third sentence that come out of our mouth is talking about evils. For the lack of better words, that's the right spirit to be in, because that's a part of us fulfilling the scriptures. Matter of fact, Baba Kusha, you can give me Acts 14 and verse 22, because the destruction and how bad things are going to get is showing you that we're one step closer into the kingdom of heaven. Because it's like Esau, he's going to try to do any and everything to try to hold on to the wickedness of his kingdom. I mean, he's been living it up, man. You look at his rulership. The Lord gave him 2 times the rule, and especially this second time, this guy have been the biggest bully upon the planet Earth. You know, not only into the Israelites, but even to Ishmael, Moab, Jake, even Ham is tired of Esau. You know, you got it up.
Yeah, this Acts chapter 14 and verse 22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith
Right there, it says exhorting the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, basically enduring it to the end. You got it?
Con. And that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Yes, because it's going to be much tribulation with this transferring process. It's not going to be a smooth transition. No, it's actually going to be a bumpy transition, man. A transition for righteousness. I mean, a transition from wickedness to righteousness is not going to happen overnight. And that wickedness is not just going to let it happen free-nilly. Again, you're going to see the devil that the Bible speaks of very soon, man. You're going to see why the Lord compared Esau to a sword. You're going to see why he compared Esau to a bloody man. Because once his kingdom and his rulership was on the line, he's going to do any and everything to keep it. Because he never thought he was going to get out of power. Even these damn niggas, bro. You're going to, a regular pension saving ass nigga. He would have never thought that his pension was going to be taken away. He would have never thought that America, the beautiful, the place, it's not even that far along ago. The place that spent on your granddaddy and try to rape your grandmother, you thought that these people was actually your friend, man. But our people have been so distraught and so downtrodden and so beat down, they cannot see a life without Esau ruling over them, man. A lot of our people don't have their rulership mentality. They're too busy of being in their slave mentality. That's why, what it is, Jeremiah, the 4th chapter, it says, is Israel a damn homeborn slave? And that's actually coming up, and that's actually happening every day, man. Jacob sell out his own people. Jacob put his own people down. Jacob damn pushed forth adultery and a bitch named Sexy Red. They're put for all these things. But when it comes to like building up the community with education, and intelligence, they don't want no parts of it, man. Just showing you that you are having the spirit of righteousness and you having the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is contrary than the spirit of this world, man. You got something up?
Yeah, come.
You got it, bro.
Back up that much tribulation before you enter into the kingdom. This 2nd Ezra chapter 7.
Mm-hmm.
In verse 9. Matter of fact, just start at verse 7. He said the interest thereof. Matter of fact, it's like verse 6.
Yeah, jump up to like 5.
Okay, come. Verse 5. It says, "Who then?"
So like it. Start at the first verse up. You got to get all that.
Come. Your 2nd Ezra 7:1. He say, "And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the night afore, and said unto me, Up, Ezra, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, my power. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case interest was narrow. It's like it was narrow and like a river.
Right there. And basically it's just showing you the level of difficulty. Basically, you're gonna have to walk on the tightrope, man. You gotta walk, continue on.
He said, Who then can go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it?
Right there, it says to look upon it and to rule it. Because ultimately, we endure to the end. Lord, we'll be a part of that number. We fight the good fight of faith and prevail. We're going to be able to rule the nations, man. Rule the whole planet Earth in righteousness, man. But first, before you get to that step, you have to be tried out first. You got it up.
He said, if he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad?
Mm-hmm.
There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things.
And it's talking about the kingdom, right? You got it.
He said the interest thereof is narrow.
The interest thereof is narrow. And that narrow is basically another form of being a straight gate. When you go into that word straight, it actually means a level of difficulty. Just going back through that much tribulation. You got it up.
The interest thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
Mm-hmm.
like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
Yes, and that dangerous place to fall is basically America, man. Babylon the Great, this place that's so pleasing unto the flesh that it would distract you off your path of pleasing your power, man. Because that's what's really, that's what really these demons out here to do, man. Now, these devils or whatever, they out here really just to try to throw us off the path of serving the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Because again, it was already predestinated for certain things to happen. It was already predestinated for you to come into this truth, but it got to be predestinated for you to ignore the distractions. It got to be predestinated you to endure the things that come down the pipe, man. So for the lack of better words, the kingdom of heaven is just not going to come with hugs and kisses and everybody chilling and laughing. No, it's a sense of seriousness behind it, because it ain't just, Isaiah 4:1 on the line, a whole bunch of women. No, it's rulership that's on the line, man. Not only rulership of planet Earth, but the rulership of the universe, man. It's some more on that up.
Yeah, Bible I can read down to verse 9.
Come on.
Yeah, verse 8, he say, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. He said, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never surpassed the danger set before it, how should he receive this inheritance?
And it's beautiful. He says only one man can go at a time, which that's a sense of patience and a sense of order, man. You can't jump in somebody. You got to look at the man ahead of you, for the lack of better words, man. Because again, when you read the next verse, it says, if he don't go through that straight and narrow, if he don't go through that danger, because, for the lack of better words, things he went through, somebody went through it already and way worse, man. And they can actually help you with words that, get through the hell that you're going through. But it also says, if you don't go through that danger, how can you get that bride filled? If you don't go through that danger, those tribulations, how can you get the kingdom of heaven, man? Because again, you're going to see why Esau is known as the sword, because he's going to do any and everything to try to hold on to his wicked ass kingdom, man. Baba Kushar, I'll go ahead and get that Psalms 75 and start at verse 4.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 75 and verse 4. He said, I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked, lift not up the horn.
Right there, because the fools is actually the wicked, man. Because it's a foolish thing to think that the so-called white man is going to rule forever, or even these other heathens. It talks of, China, the next one up, or maybe it's Russia. It might be South Africa and the BRICS nation. No, bro. That's a part of you being foolish and dealing foolishly, and the wicked lifting up their horn. Because they basically saying if they can't have the power, then no one can. If they can't have the power, we ain't gonna give it to the Israelites, because they know what's gonna happen after that. For the lack of better words, you devils are gonna come in chains, man. You got it up.
Yeah, he say, lift not up your horn on high. Speak not with a stiff neck.
And it's these devils actually speaking proudly, because these devils don't think that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai will not take them down. Papa Kushai, hold that up. We're going to come back to it, but go to Obadiah 1 and start at the second verse. Because once you look at the rap sheet of these Americans, over 90, like 93% of the time that America have been in existence, they have been in war. So for the lack of better words, in order for this devil to actually maintain his kingdom and maintain his society, he have to rule it with a sword, But it gets to a point when the sword is going to ultimately be your destruction. You live by the sword, and the Lord is going to make Esau die by the sword, man. And everybody is ready for this devil to get out of power, man. Ever since this guy been in power, GMOs have been ramping up. The air quality have been decimated. He's trying to force a micro C-hip inside you. And he's also trying to make sure you get a flu shot 3-4 times a month. All these things It's how this guy is trying to maintain his society, how he is trying to stay on top. But through those wickedness, through you standing on top and through that wickedness that got you on top, that actually puts you on a slippery slope, man. You got it to walk.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 2. You see, it says Edom will be humble, man.
That's it. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. It says Edom will be humble, man. The Lord, He's been bring down the prideness. That's why I said lift up not your horn on high. Because these Americans, what is America the beautiful, America the great, the best nations upon the planet Earth. You put that name upon yourself, man. It says another. The scripture say, "Let another man esteem thee." But these Americans staying esteeming themselves, man. The Marines. Once we put out the Marines, nobody can fuck with us. Things like that. It's just gonna be so much beautiful when the Lord do humble you, man. You know, you got to do, bro. So like it.
Yeah, he say Obadiah 1 and 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
Right, that I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised, because everybody is hating the so-called white man being in the rulership, man. Everybody is tired of the same old bullshit. You know, deceit, lies, tariffs. If you don't hearken and let, we're going to send the sword. That's it. Esau, he don't deal diplomatically. He don't deal right. Even when he do trade, he try to find the best way to fuck you over. You know, and ultimately the whole planet Earth have gotten tired of this nation's BS. Continuing on, huh?
He say, the pride of thy heart have deceived thee.
The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, man. The Lord said, deceive and deceiver are his, because you're so prideful, you already maxed out a college football schedule to 2,100, man. You so prideful, you already got your plan. 2,100, this is how things are going to be. When you don't even control your next day, you got it up.
He said, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
And right there, because you devils, y'all are the nations, you know, the Lord did set Esau up to rule over the nations, over the world right now. What the scripture say, the earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. Who gave him that? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And who's going to be the power that's going to take it away? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Because again, this devil don't think that the Lord is, you know, it say the Lord giveth and he taketh away. The Lord is going to get ready to take away the kingdom from Esau and to hand it into the nation of Israel. You got it up.
Can I say, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
And right there, ain't the eagle the mascot, you know, of America, the mascot of Rome? And one thing about the eagle, it's the most highest flying bird, but also it's the most dirtiest bird, man. It's very unclean. It doesn't get an honest living. Let's say if a hawk catch a prey, the eagle will try his best to try to take the food from the hawk, man. And that's a characteristic of the Edomite. Somebody worked hard for something and you come and steal their land. You know, it's the same MO. You gotta read that again.
He said, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down, said the Lord Yahweh Yahweh Shai.
Yes, because ultimately the Lord, he's setting you up just so the downfall can be so much beautiful, man. Yeah, you got space stations out there. You know, you got you know, again, you got weapons even out there, you know. But all these things is going to be taken out in 1 hour, man. Now go back into that Psalms 75 and continuing on in verse 6.
This is the book of Psalms chapter 75 and verse 6. He said, for promotion coming neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But the Most High is the judge. He put it down one and set it up another.
Right there, because that's the process that we are going in right now. When Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, he's going to put down the Edomite and their reign, and he's going to set up the reign of Israel, a rulership that's full of righteousness, man. You know? But before that transition happened, it have to be necessary evils, you know. Scriptures like 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter have to be made in effect. The heart of many shall wax cold, and all these things must happen for the betterment of things. Because it's not like Yahweh Shai is going to make it, better, then make it worse, then make it better again. No, the Lord, he's going to make it at worse than worse can get. Then he's going to bring it back as better and better can get. Because after the times of Jacob's trouble, our hell breaking loose, the hour of temptation, full of lack of better words, we are not going to have no more worrying or suffering for it, man. It says that in the book of Revelations, the 20th chapter, how the Lord's going to wipe away all tears. So this basically is the last go around before we rule. And it's just like on the level with bosses playing the video game, the last boss always have to be the most difficult boss. It's different things thrown at you, it's different minions trying to bring your health down, but for lack of better words, when you got to that level, you was already prepared, man. Because the scriptures is already prepared, it's already written that Yahweh Shai is going to bring this guy down, and he's also going to bring in a rulership of righteousness. Baba Kushai, go to Job 34 and start at verse 23. Because the judgments that the Lord is going to get ready to bring on Esau is actually well deserved. Because you prideful, because you thought you got away. This guy actually thought he got away with slavery. He actually thought that he got away with, stealing the lands of the natives, man. He actually thought he got away with Planned Parenthood and Plan B and setting up bitches like Sexy Red and Cardi B, man. So when that judgment come down, it's going to be well deserved. It says you reap wickedness and sow mischief, you shall reap the same. You got it a lot.
Okay, this is the book of Job 34 and verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
For he would not lay upon man more than right, that he should enter into judgment with the Most High.
Yes, because ultimately the Lord, he's not going to give you a judge. He's not going to give you a judgment that's not rightfully deserved. Because again, that's how you got that power was through missiles. That's going to be the same way you're going to get out of power. Continuing on, though.
He said, he shall break in pieces mighty men without number, and set others in their stead. And
that's what Yahweh Shai is doing right now. Baba Kushai, you can hold me Sirach 14, Sirach 10, and jump down to verse 14. Because that's the process that we are in right now. The Lord, he's breaking down these mighty men. Because Esau, he is mighty. He's blessed with the sword. He got robotic dogs. He got drones. It's nothing that you can do physically to take down Esau. You have to wait on Yahweh Shai to take him down and to set you up in that seat of righteousness, man. You got it up.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, Sirach chapter 10 and verse 14. The Lord has cast down the thrones of proud princes and set up the meek in their stead.
And that's what the Lord is doing right now. He's breaking down this system, whether it be through the economy. We already know that the morale is very low in this society. We already know that people are even docile. Intelligence is shunned upon in 2023, man. In order for you to be cool or in the set, you have to be a dumb, ignorant ass nigga, man. So the Lord is going to get ready to cast down the proud princesses, which comes in the form of Esau and his bankers, these elites, the Bilderberg meeting, and all these different things, because these devils are actually going in plans and doing deals and drawing up a play to try to fight against Yahweh Shai. How crazy and proud can you get? The same power that set you up, you're trying to overthrow him, man. You got it. Continuing
on. He said, the Lord have plucked up the roots of the proud nations.
And that's it. The Lord is plucking up this place from the root, man. We're showing you that it's not going to be no possibility for this place to return, man. It's not going to be like it's going to be America, the Great Part 3, or the Roman Empire Part 3, the Return of Team. All those things are being thrown out the door. Because once the Lord root this place out, he's going to let righteousness, stand and reign. You got to read that one more time. So like it.
He said, the Lord have plucked up the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place.
You got to continue on.
And the Lord overthroweth countries of the heathen.
And that's what he's doing right now. He's overthrowing this place. Even just our article about the UFOs showing you that this place is being overthrown. You got it up.
And destroyed them to the foundation of the earth.
And destroyed them to the foundations of the earth. And that's the process which we are in right now. Because again, the Lord, he's actually, it's going to be a mental destruction before the Lord bring the destruction physically. Because a lot of these people, men think they're women and women think they're men, and plenty of plethora of other things, man. The food that you eat actually bug people out, man. So all these things have to be fixed. And how is the Lord going to fix this place? Through destruction. But with that destruction, it also is going to come peace, and that peace is going to come by the nation of Israel ruling. Because just going back there, brother just read, the Lord will throw down the proud princes and he will set the lowly up. And that lowly is going to rule in a certain manner. They're not going to rule after the manner of the ones that was before. Because Esau in the kingdom of heaven, he's going to be the ultimate example of what not to do or how not to rule. And Sodom is going to be the perfect example of how to rule. So it's a yin and yang thing with it. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the Lord, he's already finna get to overturn Esau and bring up the nation of Israel, man. Now go back into that Job 34 and read 24 again. Huh?
This is the book of Job, chapter 34 and verse 24. He shall break in pieces mighty men without number, and set others in their steed.
Yeah, he said others in their steed. Basically, you got the seat of rulership now, man. You got it.
Therefore, he knoweth their works,
and
he overturned them in the night, so that they are destroyed.
Yes, of course. So the Lord, he know your works. He know you've been lifting it up, because it's not like Esau, because you go into different type of rulerships and different type of kingdoms, Nebuchadnezzar, Cyrus, and Xerxes, and you can even go back to Ramses the first. Hey, they had mercy on Israel in a bit, man. A little bit. They let you worship your power. They let you call upon the name. Like Daniel was set up in a high seat. Zerubbabel, all these men. But for the lack of better words, since you come into this society, this the worst they have ever been. Jakey's at the bottom of the barrel. Yes, we built this kingdom, but this kingdom wasn't built for us, man. That's why the Lord said, therefore he knoweth their works. The Lord know the works that Esau do. Whether you pushing out, big booty Judy, now she got a new record. Now Jake, they distracted for another 3 months. Or you pull out a new chicken sandwich. Now Jake distracted for another 6 months. The Lord know what Esau is doing in the Bilderberg meeting, all these different things like that. So ultimately, that's why the destruction is necessary, man. Because it's not like Esau works is to benefit the nation of Israel or to benefit the planet Earth. No, it's actually put us further and further in derision, or further and further in death, man. Because you look at a lot of our people, man, a lot of our people are so fucking stupid and so fucking dumb. They don't realize Esau hates you, man. Baba Kushai, go to Isaiah 26 and 5. And after that, we're going to go to Lazarus and the rich man.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 26 and verse 5. He said, for he bringeth down them that dwell on high. The lofty city, he laid it low. He laid it low, even to the ground. He bringeth it even to the dust.
And that's the process that we are in right now. These Americans don't know what to do because their kingdom is falling. That's why even the LGBT, it's a lot of people in the LGBT, that's Republicans that's bugging out, man. They're seeing the downfall of this patriotic city, which was once before the greatest place upon the planet Earth. Hey, they confused. They're in the dust. They don't know why this thing is happening. Not knowing this thing is happening, so a path of righteousness can be laid. You got it up.
He said the foot should tread it, the foot should tread it down, even the feet of the poor and the steps of the needy.
Yes, because through the prophets, for the lack of better words, this place is going to be taken down. Something as simple as words is what's going to make the planet Earth flourish, man. You know, you got it.
Can you say the way of the just is uprightness?
Mm-hmm.
Thou most upright, do his way. It's like do his way the path of the just.
Yes, because the Lord, He is the most upright. He's winning the path. Let's see if you really deserve this judgment. Let's see if you really deserve that judgment. You know, that's the same thing with everybody. Like, you know, when you go into a judge, you know, in the courtroom, is always a lady with scales and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you could put some on this side, the things, the transgressions that you did on this side, and the mercy on this side. If those things don't balance up or outweigh each other, for lack of better words, then you're gonna get punished, man. You know, the mercy gonna have to outweigh the iniquity. And Esau, there's no way Esau can come back, man. There's no way that this guy can, you know, pray into the Lord and say, Lord, have mercy on me. No, this guy, he have already received his kingdom. He have already received his consolation, and he ain't do shit with it, man. Actually, he made shit worse ever since he was in power, man. And that's why we wait on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to deliver us from this wicked and sick rulership. Continuing on at the next verse.
He say, yeah, in the way of thy judgments, O Lord, we have waited for thee.
Mm-hmm.
The desires of our soul is to thy name and to the remembrance of thee.
Yes, and right there, because we wait on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to implement the kingdom of heaven. Mm-hmm. So we won't have to suffer no more under the hand of Esau Edom, man. You know? So you got anything up?
Nah, I don't.
Right, go ahead and get that Luke 16 and jump down to like 17 and 18. I think like 19.
19. Yeah.
18 or 19, either one of those.
19. Yeah, this is the book of Luke, chapter 16 and verse 19. He said there was a certain man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day.
Now that certain rich man actually represents the elites, the bankers, man, because that purple and fine linen is the actual representation of royalty, living it up, man. Because these guys, you know, Jake, you might have a gold chain, a nigga might have a good car, but these devils actually have land. They have resources that actually restore themselves. They make money when they sleep. These devils don't have nothing to worry about except going into slavery, man. You know, you got to do what?
Yeah, if I may.
You got it.
Going to that word sumptuously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's Strong's G2988. It means magnificently sumptuous living. Let's see.
It says magnificently. And these devils, they live it up every day, man. You got to do it.
Yeah, you say figuratively. It's like I can't even say these words. Figuratively, luxuriously.
Luxuriously, and that lavish lifestyle. You got it.
Yeah, he say it's brilliantly. So yeah, just going back to what you were saying, they pretty much living it up, man.
Is it?
You know, and they heaven, felt like about a term.
And that's it, because this is their kingdom. This is their rulership. So of course you should be able to live it up. That's why they did this Lamentations, the 4th chapter, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. So you shouldn't be surprised when Esau is doing better than you. This is his kingdom. You know, he got home field advantage, man. You might as well love the booze. You got it though.
Yeah. So he said there was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen. And fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus.
Yep, and that Lazarus, he represent who? The nation of Israel. You got it.
Which was laid at his gate full of sores and designed to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table.
And that's what they so wrapped up with the things that Esau have to give them. That's why they are looking for the crumbs for the rich man's table. Jake say, all I want to do is make a meal. All I want is a record contract. Get my mama out the hood. For lack of better words, why you don't want to be over this guy? Why you don't want to put him in slavery like he put our people in slavery, man? You know? You got it. And that's what Esau don't push forth a ruler or kingship mentality in this society. Because they know soon as they get that kingdom and rulership mentality, that they done. That's why when the Israelites came on the scene, great fear fell upon Esau, man. When you go into that word fear, it actually goes back into phobios or phobia. Esau's biggest phobia is us prophesying against him, man. You know, because like how Lazarus was at the gates, you know, light was at the gates, they was there prophesying, man. You know, you got it.
He said, moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores.
Now, those dogs was actually a representation of these different heathens. It tells that, I think it's Zechariah or Zephaniah, had these heathen for the affliction, because even though they weren't the mastermind behind it, they was still, you know, what it's called, you ain't the murderer, but you
asset to the murder.
Yeah, you are asset to the murder. And these heathens, they're an asset into our downfall. Ishmael, Ham, Elam, Moab, all these people are going to have to pay, but it's going to be the guy at the head of the table who's going to get it worse, man. You got to do up.
He said, and it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angel into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried.
So again, so Esau's the end of the world, you know. So basically, this when the transferring of kingdoms happened, man. You know, because this society or this kingdom had played its course. Now it's going to be a new course ahead. For the lack of better words, flipping the next page. Now you got a lot continuing on.
He said, and in hell.
And in hell, right there, that word hell, it doesn't goes back into Hades or, you know, down underground. That word hell actually mean a lower state or a condition. You got it.
And in hell, he lifted up his eyes, being in torments, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom.
Yes, because Lazarus, he's going to be in a blessed position, man. He's going to be in an honored position because he's going to be in the position, you know, of rulership, man. Because where Abraham goes, I think Abraham goes back into exalted father, if I'm not mistaken. You know, you got it, though.
He said, and he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame.
Right here, now, number one, he asked Father Abraham for mercy. But it actually tells you that the Lord, he's not going to have mercy on the ones who haven't showed no mercy, man. Because look what he did unto us. When it says you got to send Lazarus that he may dip his finger in water and cool my tongue. Actually, he's asking for relief. Relief from what? The torture and the hell that he's going to be able to go through, that he's going to go through in the kingdom of heaven. And you're going to be able to go through it, Esau. This is going to be a divine source of the Lord going to put on you devils to work your ass to death, man. Because they work from can't see at night to can't see in the morning, man. So it's going to be double and twice on you. But also it says you cry unto your father Abraham, and it tells that in the book of Psalms 18, you're going to cry even unto the Father, but he will not answer you, man. Because you lifted up, you had your time to shine, you had your 15 minutes of fame, and you didn't do shit with it, man. You got it, bro.
He said, but Abraham said, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things. And likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. And
that's that role reversal. That's that transferring of positions. You're going to be in the you're going to be in the light of being lowly, and we're going to be in the light of being exalted. And Esau, he's not going to be used to that. Again, this guy, he can, if he's too cold, he can fly to the equator. He can fly to the Middle East. He can fly to a tropical area. If he's too hot, he can go to Iceland or Switzerland or Greenland or something like that. These devils actually have the resources in the palm of their hand. But it's going to be all of a sudden that your resources is going to be taken away. And once we get ours, you're not going to have no part of it. Because, you know, certain Jake, they got up here in this society. Whether it be Jake got a private jet, or they got a land, a villa on the Costa Rica or something like that. Hey, in the kingdom of heaven, it's not going to be no Edomite or even no other nations that's going to be near our repertoire, man. You know, continuing on though, what?
He say, and besides all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed.
Yeah, it's a great go fix. A big space, man. You got it.
So that they which would pass from hence to you cannot.
Mm-hmm.
Neither can they pass to us that would come from thence.
Yeah, so it's not like the kingdom of heaven and the kingdom of Esau is going to overlap each other, man. Like, yeah, we're going to just side together and let bygones be bygones. No, man. It's already predestinated for us to rule and for Esau to be at the bottom, man. You know? So, yeah, I give Baba Kashad, if you ain't got nothing, we'll end off with that Daniel.
I got one for you real quick. So like
you got it, bro. You got it.
I get this Sammy. That's probably second Sammy.
But Salaki, that's the point of it all, man. The role reversal, the kingdom of heaven, because that's what we waiting on, man. That's what we're working for. That's why it says the kingdom of heaven is within you. You know, we got something to look forward to, man. The destruction, all hell breaking loose, but also the kingdom of heaven, Yahweh shall come to save us, man. You got it up.
1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 7.
That's it.
The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust.
Right there, he said he bringeth the poor and lifteth up, and he bringeth the poor out of the dust. You go into that word dust, it actually means confusion, man. And we was brought out of confusion, man. We once thought we was Christians and Negroes and African Americans until Yahweh Shemal Shah shed this light upon us. You got it, bro.
He say he lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill and set them amongst princes, and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, Yahweh Shah, and he had set the world upon them.
Is it? It's beautiful. You got it, bro.
Yeah, hey, they just pretty much shadowing Lazarus and the rich man, you know, because like he say in verse 6, he say the Lord killeth and make it alive. He bring it down to the grave and bring it up, in which the nation of Israel is in that grave state right now, man. You know, but you see in the process of Yahweh Shemal Shah rebuilding the tabernacles of David, man. You know, so he said he raised up the poor out of the dust, and that poor resembles Israel, man. And we was like I was going into it in state of dust, pretty much confusion, you know, being Christians and Muslims and Asiatic black mans and shit. And he said he lifted up the beggar from the dunghill to set them amongst princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory, in which this is what this wisdom is going to pretty much lead to you inheriting the throne of glory. You know, he tell you how wisdom bringeth into a kingdom.
That's it. That's beautiful.
And us sitting amongst each other, where we pretty much in a lot of those princes, Lord, with Abarazazar, if we continue, you know, we send amongst the princes now, and ultimately is going to evolve into us, you know, sin, eating, drinking with Yahweh Shah, man. And he said, for the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he has set the world upon them, man. So yeah, you got it out.
And it's beautiful. That's a bad point, man, because again, the Lord, he's grooming us actually to rule the next, rulership of the next kingdom, man. You know, let's go ahead and end off with that Daniel 2 and start at verse 19.
Okay. Yeah, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, and verse 19. He said, then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision. Then Daniel blessed the most high power of heaven. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of the most high, Yahweh Shah, forever and ever. For wisdom and might are his.
And right there, you just made that point of how this wisdom is actually going to lead into a kingdom. He said, "Oh, ye kings, desire ye wisdom that ye may reign forevermore."
Oh, is it?
You know, you got it, bro.
He said, for he changeth the times and the seasons,
Mm-hmm.
and removeth kings, and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge to them that know understanding.
Right there, they say he removing the kings to settle up kings. He changed the times and the seasons. So there's going to be a season and a time when wicked is going to rule. There's going to be a season and a time when the righteousness is going to stand on the planet Earth. But soon as righteousness stand upon the planet Earth, there's going to be an everlasting rulership, man. You know, you got to do what, Salakia.
He said he revealed the deep secret things.
Mm-hmm.
He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him.
Yeah, it's pretty much it right there. Because for the lack of better words, a part of us knowing the secret things is knowing when the kingdom of heaven is coming, or what's going to be on the scene, what's the background, for the lack of better words, when the return of Yahweh Shai, how it's going to happen, when it's going. We don't know when the exact time and date, but we still have a clue. That's why it says measure the time diligently. You see World War III. You see the sea up on the scene. See people getting jabbed up and going to their local post office to get a device under their skin. All these things is the Lord showing you the deep secrets and revealing you the deep secrets to show you the light ahead, man. And a part of that light ahead, you got your high beams on. Yes, you can see the danger. You can see people trying to throw you off your track and get you distracted. But at the end of the light, at the end of the tunnel, is the kingdom of heaven, man. So yeah, you got some?
No, that's it.
And with that, we pray this video was edifying. I want to say, Kal Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. We want to give double honor to our apostles of Great Millstone. We pray this video was edifying. We want to say Shalom, BTA, and a Bob soon.
Night.
Tonight.